Intro: the scandal. Nobody saw coming. What if I told you that one of America's most trusted engines, the heart of millions of GM trucks, is quietly failing? Engines are blowing up before 50,000 miles. Families are being stranded on highways. And the company that built them? Pretending nothing's wrong. This isn't some internet rumor or online exaggeration. This is a full-blown scandal, buried under press releases, filtered through marketing, and shielded by silence. And the craziest part? GM actually tried to fix it with motor oil. Section 1. The billion-dollar betrayal. It all started when GM proudly announced nearly $900 million in new investment for the next generation of V8 engines. The headlines made it sound like progress, American engineering moving forward again. But behind the PR smiles, thousands of owners were living a nightmare. Their trucks, some barely a year old, were suffering catastrophic engine failure. Silverados, Sierras, Tahoes, Yukons, all built with engines that were supposed to last a lifetime, dying before they even hit the halfway mark. Dealerships called it rare. GM called it normal wear. But when forums filled with stories of identical failures, lifters collapsing, knocking noises, complete breakdowns, people began connecting the dots. The problem wasn't isolated. It was systemic. And yet GM's answer wasn't a recall. It wasn't a redesign. It was a recommendation. Change your oil. Section 2. The oil gamble. Instead of owning up to an engineering flaw, GM quietly told owners to switch from 0W20 to 0W40 oil. No major announcement, no public campaign, just a buried technical note. They said it would improve longevity, but for many it felt like a band-aid on a bullet wound. Stick with the original thin oil and your engine risks destruction. Switch to thicker oil and you lost efficiency, performance, and warranty coverage. Two bad options, both pointing to one uncomfortable truth. GM wasn't fixing the problem. It was just buying time. But engines weren't the only thing falling apart. Section 3. Trucks turning. Dangerous drivers began reporting grills detaching at highway speeds, hoods vibrating loose, even trim pieces flying off brand new trucks. These weren't isolated incidents. They were warning signs. And if that pattern sounds familiar, it should. Years ago, GM's ignition switch cover-up led to over 100 tragic deaths. The company promised it had learned from that disaster. But here we are again. Same playbook, different decade. Deny, deflect, delay. Section 4. Wall Street versus Main Street. While loyal customers fought for answers, GM's leadership celebrated. Executives held press conferences about innovation and commitment to excellence. They talked about the bright future of the brand, while thousands of broken trucks sat at dealerships waiting for replacement parts that never came. Families faced $15,000 repair bills, plummeting resale values, and zero accountability. To Wall Street, GM's billion-dollar investment looked like progress. To Main Street, it felt like betrayal. Section 5. Lawsuits and the no-win trap. And that betrayal sparked something GM didn't expect. Lawsuits. Across the country, thousands of owners began filing class action suits, accusing GM of knowingly selling defective engines and misleading customers about maintenance requirements. Court documents painted a clear picture, a no-win scenario for consumers. Keep the oil GM originally specified and destroy your engine. Change it and risk losing warranty coverage. It wasn't negligence. It was a trap hidden in plain sight. For working families who spent decades trusting GM's name, that betrayal cut deep. Section 6. The EV distraction. As the pressure mounted, GM made its next move. Distraction. Suddenly, every press release shifted toward electric vehicles. The new Silverado EV, the Sierra EV Denali. The future of driving, they said. But for many, it felt like sleight of hand. The same company that couldn't fix a combustion engine was now promising perfection in electric? To lifelong customers, it didn't sound like progress. It sounded like escape. A shiny new toy meant to erase the scandal beneath it. Section 7. workers, and Wall Street fallout. And the fallout hasn't stopped with customers. Inside GM's factories, workers are losing faith. Pride in the badge, once a point of identity, is fading fast. Some say morale has hit rock bottom. Others whisper that the people building the engines know exactly what's wrong, but they're powerless to change it. Politicians have begun circling. Lawyers are probing deeper. And Wall Street? They're watching every lawsuit and recall notice like it's a countdown clock. Because the more this drags on, the more expensive it gets. Not just in dollars, but in reputation. Once trust evaporates, it doesn't come back. Section 8, the fight back. But here's where everything changes. Ordinary people, the very customers GM thought would stay quiet, are fighting back. Across Facebook, Reddit, and owner forums, they're uniting, sharing photos, invoices, failure timelines, even oil lab results. They're building a digital paper trail GM can't erase, and it's working. News outlets are picking it up. Independent mechanics are speaking out. Even former GM employees are leaking internal memos confirming what owners already knew. This was preventable. What began as scattered complaints has become a movement built on frustration, honesty, and the simple belief that billion-dollar corporations should take responsibility when they mess up. And what's remarkable is how organized it's become. Owners are funding independent investigations, filing collective suits, and pushing for government oversight. They're not just asking for repairs anymore. They're demanding reform. Each viral video, each new report chips away at the silence, and it's forcing GM to face a truth they can't control. People are done being ignored. This isn't just about engines. It's about respect. The kind of respect companies owe to the people who keep them alive. The question that won't go away. So the next time you see a glossy GM commercial, remember what's underneath the shine. Behind every professional-grade slogan, there are thousands of families still waiting for answers. Families who bought into a promise and got a problem instead. Because a brand isn't built on ads or slogans, it's built on trust. And once that's broken, no amount of billion-dollar investments can buy it back. GM can keep talking about the future. They can keep showing shiny new EVs, factory tours, and slogans about innovation. But none of it matters until they confront the mess behind them. The truth is simple. The people who built GM's empire deserve better. The truck owners, the factory workers, the mechanics, they're the backbone of this brand. And they're done being silent because silence protects corporations. But truth exposes everything. And this time, the truth isn't going away.